Hello YouTube. Just thought I'd do a video on impressions on Mike Gavic's knife, Gavkoo, as everyone knows him. And this is after carrying it, excuse me, for a few weeks. As soon as I got it, I dropped it in my front pocket, and I really like it. It is a great little knife. There's no question about it. Mine's a little bit different than most of the other ones that Mike has made. Not earth-shatteringly so, but there are a few differences. We'll go over those. Titanium scales. And I noticed on when Mike did a video of this to kind of preview it for me, that you really can't show up what the scales look like. You can kind of see some of the colors, but it's just really much different in person. I'm sure you've all experienced seeing knives online, and when you get them, sometimes they look better, sometimes they look worse. This one looks, the colors are much better, and I really like the handle. It has a rough texture to it, but it's not abrasive at all. This is very smooth, and it just grips well. I guess is the best way I could describe it. Overall likes, dislikes. Well, I don't have many dislikes with this at all. A lot of likes. For one thing, for a true pocket knife, which is kind of the category I put this knife in, it's perfect size. You'll notice there's no pocket clip on it. Now that's not because I took the pocket clip off, although I would have certainly. It's because I ordered it without one. Just don't see the point in something this small of having a pocket clip. It just drops in your pocket. You can't even feel it. There's no bulges or anything like that. Excuse me. I apologize. I have pollen allergies, and this time of year we have a surge here in the south of ragweed and things like that, and they've kind of got a hold of me. It has a lot of things that I like about it. One of them that you see in my own knives is if I hold the handle straight, there's a continuous arc here. And what that does is put the blade down into the cut. It drives the blade into the cut by itself without you having to crank your wrist over or do anything. If your wrist is just nice and straight, this blade naturally falls down into the material. Same thing with a push cut or anything else. It's going to, I don't know really how to show it here, but you get the idea. It drives it into the cut rather than being like this on a straight knife or something like that, where it kind of has a tendency on some of them to push it off, especially when you get to this curve at the end. That's negated on this because of the downward cant of the blade, and I think that's the mark of a good knife. This one has oversized hardware, including the thumb stud, blade stop. However, I don't know which one Mike correctly terms that, because it does both functions. As I said, titanium scales. This one, is not one that while you can certainly manipulate it with one hand, it is a little on the tough side to manipulate, and that's down to me. I ordered it with a very strong spring. I like springs that really lock in, really hold. I'm not, I guess I'm not a knife flipper, I don't sit around and just flip them all the time. I take them out, use them, and then put them away. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Fun to do. I can see why people kind of get into it in a way, but especially on a knife like this. This is something that you just kind of forget and don't think about. It's just there in your pocket. You pull it out, it does the job, you put it away. The steel is S35VN, and I've had no problems with it. Now, I haven't put it to hugely hard cutting tests yet. It has basically done everyday tasks such as cutting paracord, opening plastic boxes, etc., etc. Did some light wood cut with it. I've cut some dowels to fit in some holes and some repairs that I made in some wood. Things like, just everyday, normal things, cutting cardboard, and it's been perfectly fine. I haven't had any rolls, blunt spots, or anything else so far. So we'll give it a good test and see how it does. But this steel seems to be well heat treated, and unlike some of the knives with S35V, I see no problems with it so far whatsoever. And if it works at everyday tasks, which is what I expect of a small knife like this, I don't know what more I could ask out of it. The hardware, again, I'll try to get this up a little closer. The screws and things here are oversized compared to some of the other ones, and that's something I really like. I hope Mike will do more of that. I personally really like that look, and this is oversized, which makes it very easy to manipulate, yet because of the way the knife is ground, it really doesn't get in my way when I'm going to sharpen at all, and that I like a lot. I like the look, I like the function. This was the 9th knife that he made. I may go ahead and the blade has a really nice finish on it, but I may go ahead and mirror polish it just because you guys know that's what I do. And it deserves it. It's just a great little knife. Even in my big old paw, yes, it disappears, but it's very comfortable. I can get it right up to the edge, and so I've got the maximum amount of power that I can get to cut with. Holding it like this, you can see I can even make a little stick out. Holding it back here, just extremely comfortable. Even with this handle tailing off like it does, you'd think that wouldn't be, it just wouldn't feel right, but it does. It really locks into your hand. He's got contour on the sides, a flat here, flat here, flat here, and then it dips in, and it's just the right spot to really be able to lock your hands into, and very, very comfortable in use. Any position, reverse grip, using it for chest lever grip, straight power cut, fist grip, whatever. It just works in all of them. Saber grip, no problems. And I'm impressed. I really am. Lockup is very tight. There has been no even inkling that the lock would unhook, but of course, like I say, I asked for and received a stronger spring, so I really didn't think I'd have that problem as long as the geometry up here was right, and it appears to be. It's still in the same spot as when I got it, not quite halfway over, which I like. I don't want it to, I'm not a real big fan of early lockup. Those of you have seen several knives, I'm sure, different people, different videos, where if this catches way over at this edge of the spring, that under stress, it can actually shear that lock face off. So I much prefer the security of having that lock over there. I don't know how long it's going to take to wear across, but it would never be a big problem anyway. If it wore too much, at that point I'd probably send it back to Mike and just have him put a steel insert in here, similar to the Hygo or any number of other blades. Perfect size for everyday tasks. It's really comfortable, really just the perfect size for your pocket. And without the pocket clip on it, even Mike remarked how comfortable this knife was, and I wish more people would try it without the clip. I can kind of see pocket clips on larger knives. They don't really fit in your pocket well. I carry larger knives usually in my watch pocket on my jeans, and that keeps them vertical without a pocket clip. So I kind of have the best of both worlds. But on something like this, it just disappears in my front pocket, and I don't even know that it's there until it's time to use it. So far, Mike, I got to say you did a wonderful job. I am extremely pleased with it. And I think that if you can get one, you absolutely should get one. And if I should say when, I'm sure he'll do it when he makes a big brother to this, I definitely am going to get my name on that list. I think it would be a great knife. So, especially for a first effort for a folder by a relatively still, pretty new maker, I think it's just outstanding. He did an absolutely great job. Good lockup, great cutting geometry. It just really gets the job done. And for its intended size and purpose, I just think it's hard to beat. So pretty much, folks, that's it. And you guys take it easy. You'll be seeing more of this later, and we'll talk to you later.